Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I am here at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show, and of course we had to start off at the Ford booth because they are bringing some big things for 2024 and also model year 2025, and guess what? This is one of them. This is a 2025 Ford Explorer. This particular one is the performance spec, the Explorer ST. But before we get into this midsize, three-row performance SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. The Explorer, if you go back decades, it's literally decades now, if I can't wrap my mind around that, the Explorer really was a game changer. Replacing the small Bronco 2, it really opened up the door for what SUVs were gonna be from Ford for years to come. Now, the Explorer got a major redesign a few years ago, and now Ford wants to capitalize on that redesign with some big changes. Now, one of the big changes that they made is simply the way that you buy one. There's only 4 trims: Active, ST line, which we've already done a review of that one, and I'll leave the link of that one at the end of this review. Of course, we have ST and Platinum. 4 choices, straightforward, simple. I'm here to show you all of the changes, and what I want to find out is if you're looking for that family hauler, but you also like to have some on-throttle fun, which I know you do, is the Explorer ST the best way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this 2025 version and find out. Right off the bat, this color absolutely shows the body lines and really works well with some of the new changes. Where do the changes start off? They start off right at the front of the business. So what you're gonna find is all new front end. I love how they're working their headlight housing design, the black internal portions of it. You have your LED daytime running lamp, LED headlights, and then of course, as we drop down, you actually have LED fog lamps. These are functional corner air curtains. I like the way there's just a little bit of gloss black, nothing too crazy, and having the lighting and the functionality for airflow gives it a good feel, but also the style, it looks more aggressive. And I think that that is smart because this midsize SUV segment is on fire. Now, as we come across the larger new grille, the one thing that is not new about it is gonna be that blue oval. So much history with the Ford brand. I love the way they hide the forward-facing camera directly underneath. Gloss black on the grille, full functionality, and you have active shutters behind there for aerodynamics and for cooling. Shutters are cold when you don't need the cooling. Shutters open to allow that cool air to chill all the heat exchangers. ST, Sports Technology, that's what it stands for, and definitely they are pumping in from Ford Performance, actual real performance, real world performance with the ST version of the Explorer. And that's one of the things that goes unchanged is you're still gonna have that 3-liter EcoBoost engine, twin turbo V6 underneath the hood. I'll mention that in just a few seconds. Now, as we drop down, you do have full functionality on the bottom, the flat black, with just a little bit of gloss black along the splitter. And look at the way they actually have these additional air intakes along the bottom portion underneath the splitter. Let me know in the comment section. I'm loving the new look of the front end of this 2025 Explorer. Let me know in the comment section how you're feeling about it, but definitely nice to see the ST trim, that performance trim. Now, as we rise up, the way that they sculpted the grille gives the hood almost a higher looking perspective appearance. And I love the way that they kept the Explorer name nice, prominently displayed right across the front lip of that hood. And then, like I said, underneath the hood, you're still looking at that 3-liter twin turbo V6, 400 horsepower, all-wheel drive, all mated to a 10-speed automatic. It's one of those things that if it's not broke, don't fix it. And there's really not much competition at this price point with that kind of horsepower. And the nice thing is that because this is a Ford Performance product, you do get the opportunity to go to the school where you get to put an Explorer ST, not yours, one that they have for you, put it through its paces. And I really like the way Ford does that with their Ford Performance products. The Raptor, obviously the new Dark Horse, all of these Ford Performance vehicles allow you to see at the schools what the potential is of your vehicle in a safe environment. Now, as we come around the bend, of course, if we have a new front end, we got to have some new style wheels, and guess what? They are large and in charge. 21-inch wheels on this ST. If you remember when we did the ST line, these are optional on the ST line, but I love the gunmetal satin gray finish. You, of course, have those large calipers, which remember, when you go ST, you're taking performance from the Ford Explorer police interceptor vehicles. So think about that. The suspension, the brakes, that's all being taken right from the Explorers that pull you over when you're doing those on-throttle things that you maybe shouldn't be doing on the street. You get them on your Explorer ST. Of course, they fine-tune the suspension, all four corners. And then one thing that I wish that they would have done was painted the fender flares. Let me know how you feel about that, at least on the ST. It's not like you're gonna be going off-road. Would have been nice to have this painted, so I am gonna zonk it, but let me know how you feel about this portion. Wheels, though, are spot on the money. And then if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tires? We're looking at 275 on the width, 45 series sidewall. And I think one of the things that I love about the Explorer is that it is a rear-wheel drive-based platform. Think about it. In the mid-size 3-row SUV class, most of them are front-wheel drive based. This is rear-wheel drive based, but then of course we have the all-wheel drive that's gonna allow you to grip the asphalt like you have Gorilla Glue on these tires. Now, working our way down, you're gonna have gloss black on the mirror caps. That's slim and trim on the LED turn signals. I like the way they're still blacking out the A-pillar. Makes the vehicle not look so heavy from the side. And that's one of the things with these SUVs, especially if you haven't been around a large one, sometimes it might throw off your perspective, but having this really just makes it look a little lighter. Along the bottom, just a little sprinkling of gloss black and that Explorer name stamped into the flat black on the bottom side skirt. You do have color matched on the door handles, and like I said, this color is really working, especially under the show lights here at the Chicago Auto Show. You're still gonna get your flexibility. So you do have your raised roof rails, you could get your crossbars, you can go on a family trip, and guess what? With 400 horsepower, you're gonna probably get there to the destination a lot faster, and that's gonna save you stress from all the kids crying and complaining and everything else. Now, as we work towards the rear, love the way that they kept the design of that blade that comes into the rear fender with that nice large rear quarter window. Because remember, we have 3 rows. And then as we swing around back, here's where we find some of the other changes. Look at the way that they're doing their lighting, and it's full LED. No old-fashioned Thomas Edison light bulbs. You have your full LED. I like the way it goes into the trim, but not all the way across. Long, low roof spoiler. Digging that on the ST. This is a functional piece. One of the things I wish they would have got rid of is the wiper. So we're gonna have to zonk that. I like to put it underneath so that it swings down, because the rear end of this thing, they really did the right steps. Explorer name, it's almost like it's invisible until you want to see it. And then as we work our way down, you're still getting your towing capability even on the ST, and we have our quad tip exhaust / cut. The only bummer is that they still exit out the bottom. I wish that they could figure out ways to make this functional. It's functional out the bottom. So, but with a little bit of gloss black and this rear diffuser looking good. Let's get to the interior though, because that's where you're gonna find the biggest changes on this 2025 Explorer ST. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025 Explorer ST. This is that performance trim, and I'm glad that they kept it. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm ready. I've always had Fords. I was actually born in the back of my parents' Ford pickup truck when my mother gave birth to me. So it kind of makes sense for me to carry my kids in a Ford Explorer. How much is it? So if you want an active trim, which remember, active is your entryway, that's around $41,000. This ST has an MSRP starting at $56,000. But let's see what they've done to make it different in here. To the door panels. You'll notice the level upping in quality material. Soft touch up top. I'm liking that dark gunmetal gray finish instead of gloss black. We have the B&O sound system, some of that silver trim that just extends in the middle. And then look at all the stitching. They doubled down on the needle point stitching, nice red on the ST trim. Door pocket is a nice, ginormous size. You could easily get 4 slices of Chicago's deep dish pizza in there and a bottle of Pepsi to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, love the way you have your sound bar built into the center here. So this is all speaker, B&O, the Explorer name in the silver trim, the nice gunmetal gray finish, and then look at the leather style material with the stitching. Even on the sides here, the stitching is really well done and the material is great. You come on in, you have an over 13-inch infotainment system screen, now with Google Maps, Google Assistant, Alexa, the whole 9 yards, all touchscreen, very quick on the operation, and we do have 3 stages of ventilated seats, 3 stages of heated seats, and a heated steering wheel, and this screen is standard on all the trims. Let me know how you feel about the screen. Love the clean integration to AC vents. You got some simple controls, real volume knob, shut off that pesky auto start-stop feature, wireless charging, and a place for 2 track day Twinkies. Love the way, look at the stitching, goes all the way across. And then down below, we have some nice storage. It's flat gray. We open this up. You're easily able to put, I would say, 6-foot-long hot dogs in there. You might have to just bend it a little bit. Don't bend it too much because you'll break your hot dog. Nobody wants to break their wiener. But you can fit those in there, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt, and I like the way it closes with a click. This is going to control your 10-speed automatic, 2 cup holders, you got your drive mode selectors knob, more of that stitching, a place for 2 more Chicago Twinkies, and then pick this up. Guess what? That's where you're going to easily be able to put 4 Magic 8 balls. So if you have a question in life, like should I have another kid? Should I start a YouTube channel? Should I wake up and get out of bed today? Shake your Magic 8 ball. Whatever it says, listen to it because it could change your life. Seats, these are going to change your life. The leather style material, the stitching, I love the Alcantara. Look at this microfiber suede material. Bolstering, you do have power assist for the passenger, power assist for the driver, and we have a ginormous panoramic sunroof. So they got you covered there. But once you get your butt over here to the business end, I got a steering wheel, not with your name on it, but the ST name. Come on over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. This is where you want to be sitting. The nice thing is, as soon as you open up the door, check it out. There's the Ford Performance badge. Like I said, this is a Ford Performance vehicle, so you get the performance, but you also get that invitation to go to the school. Love all the seat controls, easy to get to, especially that lower lumbar. Look at all the extra stitching. This is where, like I said, they double down. That's how you're supposed to do it in Vegas. You're supposed to double down, and you really can get that high win. And it's showing in here. Now you do have not 1, not 2, but 3 memory seat settings. So if you want to let your teenage son or daughter drive this, they could have their own seat setting. Just, be careful. That's all I got to say. Steering wheel, love the thickness, the 2 different types of leather, the red stitching all the way around. There's the ST badge, a little bit of a flat bottom effect. You do have flat black on the switchgear, and you have paddles to go up and down that 10-speed automatic. And what's great is on the ST, we have a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and then you have that great 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. That is standard. And if you're wondering what's that gloss black box, that's to have you keep your eyes on the road. It's going to make you pay attention to the road and not be on your phone, and that's going to keep you safer as you're going up and down the road. Look at the modes. It's raining. That's the slippery when wet mode. I like to call it Bon Jovi. You do have rough pavement, but of course we like to go all the way in and go red on the sport trim. That's where you're going to see obviously the full force of the 400 horsepower. But let's show you the mid-row and the third row in this ST. Okay guys, mid-row time. And not only can you haul the mail in this Explorer ST, you could also haul your family. And that's what gives you that great flexibility of having 3 rows. Now, you'll notice just like up front, we have the same great materials on the seating, the extra stitching, and Ford knows how to do an armrest. When I show you captain's chairs, this is what I'm talking about. I like a nice beefy armrest, flips up out of the way. On the backs of the seats, you have that leather style material, large pockets, easily get 2 more deep dish slices of pizza back here from your favorite Chicago pizza place. We do have our full AC controls, two stages of heated seats, which are nice, 2 USB-Cs, a home power source, and a place for 2 drinks. The seats, what's great about them, they slide, but check it out. They also recline just a little bit, and I like the fact that I have our panoramic sunroof. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this all in one shot. To get the seat to go forward, you just pull up right here. Seat goes forward. I'm gonna grab my mic box here, and I'm gonna get into the back seat and just show you how it feels sitting back here. So here I am. Knees are gonna be a little bit high because this is a mid-size 3-row SUV, but the great news is we now have the addition of USB-Cs back here, which Lori will be able to show you a little bit better when we show you the cargo area. But it's nice to have the room to haul your family when you want to go have that twisty bit fun. Let's get into the cargo area and show you how much room you have in this Explorer. All right, guys, time to show you that cargo time. Real simple. Underneath the R in the name Explorer, you're going to hit the button. We have nice electric assist. That comes up, and what you're going to be greeted to is a little bit more than 18 cubic feet of space with that 3rd row up. Now, if you don't think that that's enough for all your junk, the nice thing is that you lift this up, we have plenty more storage underneath, and that's one of the flexible parts of the Explorer. Now, to put the seats down, there's 2 different steps you need to do. First of all, we need to manually get the headrest down. So you're just gonna pull on the tethers, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then right over here, we have our switch gear. Obviously, you're just gonna hit, and that's gonna go down. Nice one-touch I put it back up, shame on me. One-touch operation, which makes life a lot simpler, especially if you're holding things in your hand while you're trying to get that 3rd row to go down. Once the 3rd row is down, you're looking at 47 cubic feet of space. You fold down the mid row, that's 88 cubic feet of space, and there's those 2 USB-Cs that are in the back. But nice to have this real flexible room, over 80 cubic feet of space with all 3 rows down. Love the way you just hit the button. That just drops down. But this is what we love to bring you here at the auto shows, especially the Chicago Auto Show. It's the first major auto show of the year. Next will be New York. Then we'll be finishing off with LA because there's no Detroit Auto Show this year. But let me know what you think about this Explorer ST specifically. Is it a performance SUV that you want to buy, especially for the price? Like I said, MSRP starting around $56,000. But we got to thank everybody here at the Ford booth for allowing us access to this all-new 2025 model. But let me know how you feel about it. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. Of course, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for the most badass videographer in the land. That's Lori Gibbons Raiti. Show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for being who you are. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.